Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Jacob here, and I just wanted to come back with another simple trading video today. Today it's going to be a very simple concept, just, how to turn $100 into $200, and similar concept of how to turn, you know, here, 500 into $1,000. What we're looking at right now is we are looking at doubling our money, whether it's as simple as turning $100 into $200, or if it's as simple as turning $500 into $1,000. Because once you get the concept of trading, once you get the concept of how it works in the market, how to actually profit, how to set up good trades, you'll come to realize that all it comes down to is scale. Once you get the strategy right, you scale up from there, and then you become profitable. That's about it. Let's get straight into the video here. I'll dive deep exactly into a few different setups that you can take as well into accumulating yourself a 100% return onto your trades. Let's get into it. All right, guys, now we're in the software here. This is going to be Interactive Brokers Trader Workstation. It's basically just like Thinkorswim. If you're in the United States, that's kind of what it's like. Now what you guys will see here is the most recent day on the right here of SPY, the actual S&P 500. We had a crash on the Friday that had ended this week here. And we had actually seen this opening print right here kind of tease us here. I'll just kind of mark this out here, opening print. This in big caps as well so you guys can see it because it's so tiny right now. There we go. Okay, so right here, OP, opening print. What is the opening print? I've mentioned this several times, but basically, opening print is a line that is drawn either at the bottom if it's green or at the top if it's red of the first bar of the day. Currently, I'm looking at the 5-minute chart here, and you can see right now it opened up, right? Opened up, we seem to be kind of bullish, and then the day had totally reversed. We crashed below the 9-day EMA, we crashed below VWAP, and then eventually the final kind of push down was right here. We had crashed below opening print. We did a pullback, tested VWAP, tested the 9-day EMA, and then we continued to the downside. Right here at this rejection wick, this green candle, this is where you'd want to buy in for a puts position for the downside. And how it would look here on the value of the contract if we go over to the left is somewhere like this. Say timing wise, we're getting in at about 7:30. We're about 7:30 here. So right here is the pullback, the reflection, the inverted reflection of what is happening with the stock market here on the right. Since we're betting the downside, we're going to go up when the market goes down. So it's a kind of a reversed kind of setup, but you're betting for the downside. If it's going to work, you're going to win. If it doesn't work, you get burned. Simple. So once you see a pullback, especially to an opening print, once you see these three things, okay? Once you see this, once you see opening print, right? Once you see pullback, the opening print, you see pullback to the VWAP, you pull back to the 9-day EMA. What does this tell us? These are three confirmations right here. These are three confirmations right here that what we have here is a perfect setup, right? In this position, right here. Perfect setup. Anywhere here would be perfect. Setting up a stop loss not too far from it. And it's the same. And again, this all goes down to the same concept like we just mentioned earlier. Turning $100 into $200, right? Turning $500 into $1,000, right? That's the whole concept. That's the whole point of trading, right? We're trying to double up our money. That's what trading is in a nutshell. So why is this perfect? Because this is a perfect risk to reward ratio. Now you guys might not be too aware of that, but you want to have always a 2-to-1 risk to reward. I'll put it down here as well. Risk to reward, always be a 2-to-1. Simply because you want to be making double and only risking little. You don't want to be risking 2 times and only taking half the profits, right? If you're going to be risking, let's say $5, you want to be pulling out $10, right? You don't want to have a 1-to-1 because eventually once you start to take enough losses, it'll all fold on you and you will start to get a negative count going. But nonetheless, what you want to see here is a 2-to-1, which is exactly what this is, right? What were we risking here at most? We're risking here at most, let's say about $80, if you were going to risk way at the bottom. Then when you're making actual profit to the upside, you're making around $200. So that is a 2-to-1 ratio right there. And it also does go into our 100% return concept here of literally giving us a 100% return for our profits right here, right? Go in for about 220 bucks, you sell for about 420, right? This is like almost 100% return in a day Very rare. This is much better than the nonsense you deal with when we're talking about, small. When we're talking about hedge fund investments where you're only getting 1.5% or 15% for the whole year. That's nonsense. You will die before you ever get to see that money. If you want to actually earn some serious money, you got to be seeing at least 100% return, 50% return daily. You cannot be settling here for 15%, 5%, 7%. We don't live in those times anymore where, we can afford to live off of just a few $1,000s a month. Nowadays, everybody needs to be making a lot of money just to get by. So enough of that whole spiel, enough of that whole rant. Next thing I kind of want to go into here after, explaining to you guys the trade, the exact opportunity of, the pullback of 3 confirmations, pullback opening print, pullback to VWAP, pullback to 9-day EMA. I've explained the risk to reward ratio to you guys, making sure that you guys are only gonna risk so little and take so much, and then the 100% return concept. That's what we're achieving here. I want to dive into a free course that I got going on here. I haven't really showed it too much on video, but I just kind of want to just quickly show a glimpse of it, and yeah, you guys can check it out at any time. It's going to be in the description. It's totally free. It's just a Google Doc. It's basically a lot of the very beginner basic knowledge that I wish I would have known in the beginning, and it would have been a nice template to have, honestly, in my arsenal. But let's pull it up right now. Yeah, let's get it pulled up right now. Alrighty, so this is going to be the free trading course that we have going on right now. So what we got going on here is just introduction to day trading, right? Just some of the basics here. What is day trading? Essential tools, realistic expectations, and types of traders, right? And module 2 is going to be about just the basics, what candlesticks are, what trend lines are, what bullish trend lines are, what resistance is, what support is, just the very basics. Again, if you're an expert, this really, it might not be for you, but still, if you did want to check it out, just in case you could learn a thing or two, definitely have a peek here. Got some more concepts about price action and market structure. We got trading setups and entry strategies. And again, I totally made it for free because I just want to be able to provide some sort of basic knowledge so that you guys don't go out there and blow your whole bank account. Like, let's go talk about risk management here in psychology, a little bit of that, a little bit of also my journal here, just kind of the notes that I write down. And finally, just some of the softwares that are the most popular softwares for trading stocks, options, and future contracts, as well as softwares that help you, dial in better. This is Bookmap here. Dial in better into actual, concepts of actual price action and how it works, and where we can see, lots of movement, lots of volatility, and lots of liquidity. That's about it. I hope you guys, really get a good use out of this whole course over here. Again, it's only 6 pages. It's free. Check it out in the description. It'll be off my Google Doc there. You guys can download it. And yeah, that's about it for now. And we also do got to ask ourselves, what is the point of all this? Why are we doing all this? Why are we learning all these new processes, these new skills, these new trading methods? It's so that way you can finally have the leisure time you deserve. You don't have to constantly grind and break your back to make $1. You can actually achieve some level of success. That's literally what it's all about. That's all I want to, convey with this whole trading channel, with this entrepreneurism. It's all it's about. It's about saving you physical time so that you can have leisure time with your family, the people you care about, and just yourself. That's it. Now remember, you guys better stay hungry, stay dedicated, and stay grinding, okay? This stuff takes time. You can achieve success, but it does take some disciplinary effort. Patience, repeating the process, and getting good at it. That's what it comes down to become a successful trader and entrepreneur in any sort of business industry, really. Whether you're washing cars or you're trading stocks. It doesn't matter, as long as you can develop some key attributes. If there's one keynote, I really want you guys to take away from this is that dedication and working hard towards the right thing can achieve great success. You got family you care about, you want to take care of your loved ones, you want to be able to provide. This is what it takes. Learning new concepts, learning new skills, and becoming freaking good. That's it. Catch you guys later. Best of luck for now. Keep crushing it, keep killing it. See you guys on the flip side.